Hey guys, as the title of the video suggests, we are going to be talking about Dead by Daylight. Now I know I'm about 6 or 7 years too late to just get on to Dead by Daylight, but I'm loving it currently. Basically, I had never played it before. A lot of my friends had told me to play it, but I didn't like the fact that you technically can't fight back against the killers, and that always was a big turn off for me. But after playing loads and loads of Evil Dead the game and just thoroughly getting annoyed by it, as the gameplay gets really stale, there's not many updates, and the community is pretty toxic, I decided, you know what, I'm actually going to give it a go. I am going to be comparing it a lot to Evil Dead the game, as it's the first one of these 4v1 asymmetrical games I ever played, so that was my first experience. Be all and end all, the more I've played Dead by Daylight, the more I like it. I love the variety in survivors and killers. There's loads of maps. There's also a lot of regular content. The gameplay you can see in the background is actually, at the time of this video, the Alien DLC is the current new survivor slash killer and map. So it's like totally fresh. But I digress. So let's talk about Evil Dead and why I think Dead by Daylight is better. Mainly, there's just a lot more content. I know the game has been out a lot longer than Evil Dead the game, but I just wish that they added more maps, they added more playable characters, and more of the demons. That would have just been really fun, instead of doing the Battle Royale mode, which was fun, however it got very stale very quickly. Battle Royales, once you win them, you're kind of like, cool, I've won it, now what? I think they could have actually spent more time and given us more maps. Obviously, the new Evil Dead Rise movie came out, could have got a cool map from that, and some more survivors and stuff. But they didn't, which is a shame. So the game just gets very stale. You get a lot of rage quitters, and you also get a lot of toxic characters that never help you. I play healer mainly on Evil Dead the game, and no one ever drops shemps or amulets, and then it's my fault when we lose, when obviously it's not. Basically what I'm trying to say, for a team orientated game, not many people seem to want to play as a team. They seem to have main character syndrome, where they literally just want to go and be the main character and do everything, take all the items and hog all the glory, but obviously that then messes it up for the rest of your team. But then when you lose, it's definitely obviously not their fault, it's always yours. And it's just after that happening over and over and over again, you kind of are like, why am I playing this? And that is the reason why I stopped, mainly. Just for a team game, and no one works as a team. However, for the most part on Dead by Daylight, it's very much a team game. I play with my best friend and his wife, so there's 3 of us, so we normally have one random. 85 to 90% of the time we get paired with a good random player, and they've always been team players. They'll help you heal, they'll help you on generators, they'll take hits for you, things like that. That dynamic just makes me want to play Dead by Daylight more in itself, because it's actually a team dynamic. I find that playing Demon on Evil Dead the game is probably more fun than playing Survivors still, but it's very laborious and it can get very tedious as well. Obviously, if the team don't make any noise or anything like that, for the big portion of the map, and obviously the maps are quite big, you'll just never find them, and they've already got all the items they need to stop you, etc, etc. However, I find that playing Killer is just way more fun and way more rewarding. I like the fact that there are a lot of maps, but they are smaller, so it does make it a little bit easier to find the survivors. However, killers aren't always overpowered as well. I've been screwed over so many times by really good survivor players, because I am still learning. I'm technically still quite new at this game. Expanding on that, with the survivors and killers, I really like the fact that each survivor and each killer has their own set of skills, and to access those skills and build your own loadout, you have to use the survivors and killers and get them to rep 1, then their skills get unlocked for all the survivors, if you're playing a survivor character, and if you're playing a killer, all the other killers. So then you can kind of just build a loadout around a character that you like. So I really like Nemesis, but there are certain moves that he has, skills per se, that I don't like, but I then can just take skills from other killers that I do like and use those instead. I love that. I think it's really good. Adds a lot more replay value because you can also build the same killer you like a bunch of different ways. Basically, if you're looking for a team-based horror game and you didn't like the look of Evil Dead, or you've played it and got burnt out like myself, and for some weird reason like me you haven't played Dead by Daylight, go and pick it up. It's a really good price. It also goes on sale quite a lot. There's loads of DLCs and they always go on sale. Recently, at the time of making this video, I picked up a bunch of new DLCs because they were like a third of the price. Really good value for money. Lots of replay value. That's it for the video, guys. I didn't want to shit on Evil Dead. It's just, I find Dead by Daylight is just a way better game overall. It's just way more refined, and I wish Saber had taken a look at Dead by Daylight and taken maybe some cues from it. But that's it for the video, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you still play Evil Dead the game, and what do you think is going to happen to it? And have you even played Dead by Daylight? Let me know if you have and what you like about it, and let me know if you haven't but you've always wanted to. This is Simmers Dim Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.